Hi everyone, welcome to this flip through of my journal. And this is a book I made. It uses a buttonhole stitch binding, which is a fun binding to make. And I also did the paste paper that's on the cover. And on my journals, I like to round the corners, and it helps them hold up when they get tossed in a duffel bag or backpack or something. And, you know, it just reduces the wear and tear. So in this journal, I have some calligraphy practice and also just some casual lettering and fooling around, doodling, using different rubber stamps and stencils. And this lettering was done with a Speedball B-nib. You can get the same effect using a bullet type marker. Another thing I like to do with my pages is set up boxes or some kind of grid system. It's quite fun. Or sometimes just go totally freeform. Also, I love to put in envelopes or pockets so that if there's something I'm not sure where I want to glue it down, or if I ever want to glue it down, I can just keep it that way. Experiments with getting metallic effects. More boxes. Notes to myself about all the stuff in my studio, what I don't use and what I do use. Some more calligraphy. Now, in these pages, I used some absorbent ground in the background and then some paint over that. And so it made a really smooth texture for doing lettering on, even with a broad edge pen. Place to throw in quotes. And again, I think there's more absorbent ground on these pages. So the paper in here is not watercolor paper. It's sort of a something that maybe commercial print shop would use for offset printing. So it's heavier weight paper than what you just buy to put through your printer in the office, but it's not as heavy as watercolor. So the absorbent ground builds up a layer that then allows it to accept watercolor without the paper buckling terribly. And I always like to have media test pages, usually at the back of a section or the back of a book, because for two reasons. One is, well, with some pens, you know how they won't start right away, and you need to, it's really good to make sure they're going to work before you commit it to the good page or the good envelope. And the other thing is you just like to see how is this going to react with the paper I'm using. When I made this book, I also used some commercially made paper with these inclusions in it, which I liked. These are from some handmade, hand-carved stamps I did. I did a Neuland alphabet, and then I carved rubber stamps of the alphabet from my letters. This is a sketch on a leftover page. It was a scrap page, the bright colors from doing some block printing with Speedball printing inks. And then some quotes, and these leaves here are from hand-carved rubber stamps. Noting my routines. Again, another media test page. This is the first hand-carved stamp I ever did, and it's still fun to see that. So thank you for joining me on this little tour of my daybook journal.